You guys are so amazing. I think it's about that time. Fan Expo New Orleans, I need y'all to make some noise and show all the love to Mr. John Cena!
Sure, we got questions out there.
We
right?
got questions, we got a lot of questions. We want to go back and forth?
They want me to do a 45-minute set. Are you guys
45.
okay with that?
45.
How's everybody's Fan Expo going? Good? All right, we are officially on the clock, time is our most valuable asset. Let's start answering questions. Where are the lines at? Sorry, I can't see anything out there on the blind.
We got small ones, we got one to the left, one to the right. Start with your left
Okay,
side.
sure. Okay, I got you right now. I'm locked in. Let's go. On the left side first.
What did it feel like going into WrestleMania 25?
My goodness, what WrestleMania are we on right now?
41? No, 42.
42?
Yes, sir.
25. Who was that against? Let me think real quick. 2019 was it? Shawn Michaels was 23, wasn't it? Big Show and Edge. My goodness. All right, so great question. Thanks. Sometimes I need a little context. 25 was in Orlando, right? Texas? Guys, help me out here. Okay, I'm gonna narrow down this so I know we're talking about the same event. Is this the event where for a moment in time I was able to pick up Edge and the Big Show at the same time? Okay, we're talking about that. Okay, how did that feel? Really crazy, because I don't know if you watched the match before us. The match before us was The Undertaker against Shawn Michaels.
I saw that.
In probably the best match in professional wrestling history. So how did I feel backstage? My opponents were very nervous because The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels went way over their time limit.
Definitely.
And I had a really nervous giant going, man, we don't have any time. We don't have any time. So I just tried to calm the giant down and say, hey, listen, man, if everything works out and I get to the point where you and Edge can be on my back for just a moment in time, I think someday, years from now, there'll be a very wise young individual who will bring up that event and ask how I felt, and I'll be able to say it was great.
Yeah!
Thank you very much. Great question. Great opening. All right, we'll go over here. Peacemaker.
What was your hardest match?
My hardest match, anything to do with Brock Lesnar. Anything. Can you pick one? And it's a correct answer. That's a great question too. Here we go over here.
How many belts have you won?
How many belts have I won? I think the most important one is the one holding up my pants. Over here. It's all right. This is a last-minute technical thing. We're going to work this out. We're going to get the flow. We still got 42-ish minutes. Go right ahead.
If you like anime, what's your favorite?
So, I don't watch a ton of anime, but as a kid, man, that I love Fist of the North Star. Crazy, like post-apocalyptic. It was crazy. Maybe you shouldn't watch it if you're this. Don't watch it if you're this high. Watch it if you're this high. Okay. Over here.
What was your favorite match?
Ooh, so you're the first one to ask this in a Fan Expo setting. Normally, I'm always like, oh, my favorite match is my next one. Now I have to choose because I don't have a next one. So that's a gold star question. And someone asked me that earlier in line today. And immediately I'm like, well, I can't have a last match without a first one, so it's got to be the first one. That's such a cop-out. Here's the thing about favorite matches. After 23 years, I think it's unfair to pick just one. I've been grateful enough to have so many wonderful dance partners and so many beautiful audiences around the world. If I were to answer that question right now, they'd be the matches that are fresh in my mind. Logan Paul in Paris, Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, AJ Styles in Perth, Gunther in DC. I got a ton of them. CM Punk in Riyadh, Randy in St. Louis. Like I got a lot. But I have a lot. So I can't pick one. And I hope you understand that it's because I've been a part of so many great moments with 17 world championships and a Grand Slam resume and all that. It would be unfair to my opponents to pick one. Is that an okay answer?
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, over here.
Hi, I want to ask about the opening sequences for Peacemaker.
Sure.
Those dance sequences. Woo! How long did it take? I mean, do you have a dance background?
Normal person, it would take 2-3 days.
But
me, it was like 2-3 weeks.
Or, yeah,
I am, as Michael Cole would call it, unorthodox, which means I'm not a very good mover. I don't have much rhythm, and it took a little bit longer to learn, but they don't show the practice. They only show the dance, and the dances were fun to do. So thank you very much.
Hey, this is my daughter, Erica. Today is her 21st birthday. Will you say happy birthday?
Erica, I'll say be careful out there. You're turning 21 in New Orleans. I see you already got a banner in your hand. Just take it easy. No, is that your phone? Okay, all right, just be careful. This city will have you as long as you want to stay. Remember that. Have a great, safe 21st birthday. All right, over here.
What is your favorite WrestleMania match you were ever in?
Favorite WrestleMania match I was ever in? Was it a match? Well, I can't say this either because I've had a lot of those. The most interesting one. I got to be in WrestleMania 19 at Safeco Field in Seattle. I got paid $200 and I got a WrestleMania sweatsuit. And I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And it was part of my performance that year led to my performance the next year, which is when I won my first championship at a WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden. So it's the first one at WrestleMania 19 that went under the radar. Nobody forgot. It was like in the pre-show on Sunday Night Heat. But it was my first involvement with WrestleMania, and that was pretty cool. Over here.
Hey John, my name's Adam, it's nice to meet you. You've been very vocal about Tony Yayo creating the You Can't See Me movement. I want to know, was there ever an opportunity for you to maybe do a record with G-Unit during that time? And now that you're retired from wrestling, is there anyone who makes you want to spit a Hot 16 on a record these days?
Okay, there's a lot of information unpacked here. Man, I don't think G-Unit would have looked in my direction in 2004, and I don't blame him. And I think it would be a miscarriage of justice in hip-hop music if I were to get back on the mic now. That's a young man's game. I'm going to leave that where it belongs. So I think that's the best way for me to answer that. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Yep.
What finisher hurts the most?
What finisher hurts the most? Yikes, that's a good one. It's not a finisher, but that damn German suplex. I don't know, I guess if you take 85 of them, yeah, that'd probably hurt the most. F5's a tough one. All the splashes are tough too. Guys just heaving themselves off the top rope. There's no cheating gravity. RKO's easy. Don't tell Randy. Let me see. No, wait. Was there one from the back? What are you yelling from the back over there? The claw? Is that what you're saying? Tombstone? I've only taken one of those. I also gave one. It worked in both cases, so that's a pretty good one. Choke slam from the Big Show. Because when he gets you up, the fall is like 12 feet. He's 7 feet with his broomstick arms, and you're just looking at the mat going, that's a long way down. That's a tough one too. Yes, over here, good question.
John, after a 20-year career giving people attitude adjustments, I'm sure you had to get some good eats after the shows. John Cena, what is your Waffle House order?
Oh, First of all, don't sleep on the Burt's chili.
Oh yeah.
That's a hit. That's deep, and that's a deep cut in the menu. I like 4 to 6 eggs over easy, or scrambled with cheese. Hash browns, covered, smothered, scattered. I don't. Occasionally, I would do a waffle. You know, if it was a championship match, I would do a waffle or something like that. But I'm a big scrambled eggs with cheese, or over easy on toast, and a hash browns. And it all depends on the mood. You know, maybe the hash browns with some Burt's chili. That's the deep cut right there.
Waffle House sauce too. You need that.
Waffle House sauce? Yeah, Waffle House sauce.
Oh, it's the sexiest sauce known to man.
Every moment's a teachable moment. I've learned something new. I'll check that out. Thank you very much. Over here.
What's your favorite city that you've wrestled in?
Ooh, New Orleans? I was just saying that to pander to you guys. There are actually many great cities. New Orleans was a great host for WrestleMania, and certainly a bunch of wonderful moments. There's a list of like wrestling cities that have been fantastic. Chicago, I had my first match and last SmackDown match in. There's Madison Square Garden has a lot of history. Budokan Hall in Tokyo. Anything in Canada because their crowds are all crazy. New Orleans is crazy all the time. In Canada, they get crazy for wrestling. You guys set the bar so high that you're crazy all the time. It's just like you're going to like a golf or a tennis match. Favorite city? Man, Boston's always fun too, because my family gets to go to the show. I'm gonna lean on that question and say Boston, so I can see that. Yeah. Yes?
I have a question for you.
You fire away. We'll do our best.
How have any of your careers have already been ripped with a 17-time weapon?
Ooh. So, I love Rick, and I have great respect for Rick. Rick is a great personal friend. And for the longest time, I never thought I would even come close to 16. But I believe that those are benchmarks only so the next person can pass. And the respect I have with Rick, I know he's grateful that I'm the one that's holding the benchmark now, and I can't wait for somebody to win 18 so I can shake their hand. Great question. Yes.
We know you have a lot of success throughout the entertainment industry, but can you recall a professional failure that you took particularly hard?
Oh my God, ask half the room, my heel turn. Come on, man. Where you been? You been hiding under a rock? No, I got tons of failures. We booked finishes wrong. I'm doing the wrong stuff. This whole year has been a year of criticism and failure, which is awesome because it's a microcosm of me. In 1 year, I was able to compact the 22 previous years of everybody sitting on the Let's Go Cena side or the Cena Sucks side. And I thought that was pretty special to get that much enthusiasm out of both fans and critics. So I don't have to look too far down memory lane to find what many critics would call a failure. I've had plenty of those this year. Great question. Yes. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. It's my one guy right there.
So,
Dad, is that you? My goodness. You made it. Good to see you. Anyway, keep going.
I have a bit of a throwback question to 5 questions with the champ.
Okay.
So what would you say was your best experience working on it? I know you used to work with Michael Cole, Brooklyn Brawler, all them during production.
So honestly, the best thing about 5 questions with the champ is we used to do it live before TV, and it was a chance to loosen up. Coming in off the road and off 3 or 4 live performances that were non-televised. TV is a big production. You see it now on like the show Unreal. You see all the people behind the curtain, which are, man, we're all important, and they make the program look as good as they can. But I got to hang out with a lot of those folks, a lot of the behind the camera folks, and we got like 20 minutes just to be foolish. And it was a nice, soft open to the day. So the ability to hang with the folks that I love, who never get their name in the credits, but are just as valuable as everyone else to the show. Yes?
First of all, I want to say that you are my childhood hero, and you have an emotional connection with all of us. So, what's something that younger wrestlers can do to emotionally connect with the audience like you have?
Gosh, don't be afraid to mess up, and I think you do that. And again, this is just my perspective. Just be authentically what you're trying to be. I think that's where people establish gravity. They'll either like you or they'll hate you. And that's, if you're in the wrestling business, that's what you want. Man, our fear to be authentically what we're trying to be is a hill we all gotta climb. Wrestling fans, they see through BS real quick. And again, it's crazy to say, but like this last year was overwhelming in many aspects because many audiences that I performed in front of were 100% supportive. I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that because I'm authentically myself, and everybody here knows me. It's why I'm not afraid to field any question, because I'm accountable for my answers, and I want to try to continue our honest relationship that's brought us all here today. So, an aspiring young person who wants to get in the ring, thank you so much. Being safe is most important, having good instruction and mentorship, but then when the lights are on and you're able to get out on stage, whatever you want to be authentically that. Don't come out dressed as that, some cool music, and then the bell ring and you put on a stunt show. If that makes any sense.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Yes, great question, thank you.
John, while I'm sure we all look forward to seeing many more seasons of Peacemaker and more movies with Peacemaker, there's another character, and you're the only guy who can play him. Are we gonna get to see Duke Nukem?
I know there's some folks out there who know a lot about me. Here's something you may not know about me. I'm not in the movie finance business. So I don't write the checks to make movies. And I certainly don't believe in setting expectations that I have no control over. That is so far beyond my control. I can't even begin to feel that as a question because this is just out of my control.
Do you want to be Duke Nukem?
Again, it also takes a village to make a movie, and what I want to do is I want to work with good people who are passionate about the project. A lot of times you get a great IP with people who just phone it in, and I've been through those, and day 40 and day 85 of those shoots, plus the press tours, it's a son of a bitch. Sorry for the young kids, but if they got the right group of folks together, how do you sign that, by the way? Son of a bee. That checks out. That tracks. If it was a group of folks that are professionally motivated and the script was passionate, and I knew who was producing it, I would give my best. Although I saw Cody as Guile, and he just shortened the haircut. He could be a pretty good Duke Nukem too.
Always loved it.
Over here, thank you.
Hey John, Chris from Florence, Mississippi. You've always thanked the fans, and we thanked you, of course. But have you ever stopped and thanked yourself? Because you earned it, and I truly believe, and I think everyone else in the room can agree, you will go down as one of the greatest human beings to ever walk God's green earth.
I have to be better with words of affirmation, so thank you. Am I okay with me? Do I thank myself? This is going to sound so self-helpy, but all the time. Because there's a lot of folks out there who don't share your opinion, especially online. I know we all go through it. It's not exactly all positive stuff out there, right? And to have your life under a microscope sometimes is a difficult thing. So I have to thank myself many times that I can just wake up every day and function in a capacity that I try to just get the most out of life. So that's a very good question, and I know it's a bit of a self-helpy answer, but I do thank myself.
We love you, man. We love you.
Over here. 20 to 25 minutes-ish left. What do we got?
So after the final bell rang for your last match, after all the years you put in with WWE, what was the emotions or feelings that you had
Well, honestly, I really got to lean into all that, and gratitude of you guys giving me 23 years worth of opportunities, because you are the gatekeepers. If you don't make noise, the music doesn't play. And knowing that in those 23 years, not once did I ever phone it in, and being able to end that last match, knowing that that's it, there's not another one. So after more than 2,200 matches, I can say I've literally given you everything I've ever had, whether it was WrestleMania here in New Orleans or a live event in Biloxi. Like, that gratitude, to be grateful for the chance, and to be grateful that I never wasted your time. Thank you. Yes?
Do you have a favorite match, your favorite opponent that you were facing out?
What's that?
Do you have a favorite opponent that you were facing against?
Man, gosh, I've had a lot of smooth dance partners. AJ Styles comes to mind, Seth Rollins comes to mind, Randy Orton, CM Punk, even Brock. Edge. So many, Bryan Danielson, so many, and again, I've been real lucky to have a lot of great matches with a lot of great dance partners. Triple H, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, Booker T. Some of my early mentors were Kishi, John Bradshaw, Layfield. Man, I could go on and on. There's no way I can pick a favorite opponent. Yeah.
Also, I got my
two-parter, bring it. Okay.
I got my friend Javier and Hannah watching online. Can you say hi to them?
What are their names?
Javier and Hannah.
Okay, this can't turn into a shout-out fest. Javier and Hannah, I hope you're watching. Thank you. Right on. Excellent. Over here. I know. Sometimes it gets emotional. The man in the back. I get it. It's fine. We're gonna get him some jambalaya, maybe a beignet. Calm him down. Yep.
Did you ever think that your career in acting was going to grow as much as it did from when you were Fred Fiddleborn's father?
You should have seen my stuff before that. Holy shit. How do you sign that? Welcome to the stage. Smooth transition, by the way. You are smart. Honesty, I never thought any of this was going to happen. Any of this. What a crazy thing for me to be on stage with a microphone, sitting in front of hundreds of people, just hanging out here, talking back and forth about crazy stuff that's gone on in the world of fake fighting and costume wearing and dress up. And we all share moments and have emotions over that. Never in my wildest dreams did I think any of this would happen, which is why I'm extremely grateful that it does. So I can't say I thought any of this would happen. Thank you. Yes?
Hey John, the inspiration you gave me over the years, it saved my life, quite frankly. Thank you for being a beacon of hope for me, everyone here, especially growing up. You're my hero. You helped so many kids. I can't thank you enough. How did you keep that never give up spirit during tough times?
So that's a really good question. I think I am only as good as my support network. And I think it's the people I lean on when times are tough. Because I'm not perfect. I got grumpy and bad days like everybody else. I have got problems just like everybody else. We're all human. I think it's the people I love and support that love and support me that keep me strong. And that's why multiple times I have said in the ring in WWE, there'll come a time and place where I can tell the audience what they mean to me. A lot of those times, I was able to check a lot of personal baggage at the door and find an escape in the world of WWE. And it was the audience that, without knowing it all, even though they were chanting, I suck at the top of their voice, they were lightening my backpack just enough so I could make it to the next day, and make it to the next town, make it to the next show, and make it climb the next hill. So when I say people I love and support, that's also the fans who allowed me to perform all these years, because they had no idea what they did for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We love you.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Cena. My name is Dagan. I was curious about how your thoughts and feelings from your first match compared to your last match.
Okay, last match I can remember. First match I don't remember. Damn. Okay. No, first match I was super nervous, and Randy Orton totally pranked me, and like he tied my shoelaces together and hid my gear, and I was very nervous because Kurt Angle is a very serious competitor, and I just didn't want to mess it up. So I was super nervous, but not like the good nervous, like the nervous I need to come out to talk to you. I'm nervous, but I'm also at peace. Not the case in Chicago. I was just crap your pants nervous. DC, the last one, certainly nervous. Wanting to go out and wanting the thing to work, wanting the story to land with people, wanting to draw emotion from folks. But nervous at peace. I hope you can understand the difference between the two.
I do. Thank
you. Yes.
I cannot believe it. John Cena!
Here we are! Enthusiasm! I like it.
So, I want to say you contributed a lot, and it's really touched many fans in this world, but the one important thing that I look into is the Fast and Furious 9 movie. How has that molded you to be the person you are from that character that you
Well, I can put on my resume that I'm a Toretto, which is pretty cool. In ways you couldn't imagine. The film is about family. The franchise is about family. The franchise has a lot of fans around the world, and I can understand the gravity. Walking into the Fast and Furious set is very much like walking into a WWE lot. There are veterans who've been there for 20 years. They're very protective of the family, and they just want to make sure that everyone that's invited understands what they're about to be a part of. It's the same way Undertaker looked at a young kid who walked in Chicago, like, who the F is this? He'll never make it. I like that. I like that because they only want what's best for the franchise, and the family is so vast and so extensive. I'm honored to be part of it. So it's a franchise with great tradition. Not only am I happy to play a role, but I'm damn lucky to be with Toretto. So thank you very much for asking. Yep.
Who was your toughest fight?
Toughest fight? You're not gonna believe this. 6 years old, my mom beat the tar out of me. Earned it. I earned it a lot. My mom probably raising 5 of us. Yes, there's 4 other me's. Their names are Matt, Sean, Steve, and Dan, and I'm the calm one. So I'd say my toughest disciplinarian was my mom, and boy, we earned every piece we got. So great question. Yes.
What's up, John?
What's up, man?
Hey, so you kind of already touched on it, but one of my favorite pranks ever is that John Cena phone call prank.
Yeah. You guys, there's a thing going around. Has anyone heard this phone call thing?
So my question is, and you kind of touched on it, Randy prank too. Backstage, did you do a lot of pranks with the wrestlers?
No way.
And like stories, I just want to hear some stories. Anything that is PG.
No.
Or rated R, go ahead. Rated X, you got no permission.
I just don't prank. Pranks are like a ticket for revenge. And that's, man, when I started in Southern California and started working in Arizona, and then got moved to Kentuckiana and worked in Kentucky and Indiana and Tennessee, everybody pranked everybody except me. Because I would see someone get pranked and them just like, all right, I'm gonna get you. And I saw it on the road too. And you'll hear different folks with different perspectives, but I never pranked anyone. One, because I feel bad doing it. I think sometimes it can be misconstrued as bullying, and that's not my values. And I don't want to get the rebound. And wrestlers are calm, cold, and calculated.
Well, then what's the craziest one you've seen? There's got to be like a crazy one backstage.
I didn't see anything, dog.
Hi, John. My question is, if you could replace any match you had during your retirement tour with the dream match, what would that dream match be?
Oh, so you're asking me to be a fantasy booker? Oh, don't do that. You know that. Come on now. No. Honestly, so there again, we're gonna give Fan Expo some breaking news content. You guys will be able to get the clickbait headlines with this. I appreciate it. There's a perspective out there that I will dodge questions like that. So I want to lean into that, right? I want to lean into why I say what I say. It's like, oh, I don't think like that. Because if I were to say like, oh man, I wish after I turned heel that The Rock and Travis Scott were on my team. That would be pretty cool, right? Yeah, they're crazy megastars and having them would be pretty cool. But we didn't. And that's what happened. But what did I get? I got to have a match with Randy Orton in his hometown. I got to get CM Punk to go to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I got to bet on somebody who I think has a bright future in this business, in Logan Paul, and try to get the best out of him overseas in Paris. And maybe grease the wheels to convince him to finally be a full-time WWE employee, which he currently is. And I got magic with AJ Styles. So yes, The Rock and Travis Scott probably would have been great. Who knows? It didn't happen. But what I got in return, instead of wishing in some fantasy element that I can't control, what I got in return was magic. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. So I hope you understand. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. We got anybody else? Grease.
Hello, Mr. Cena. Hi.
It's okay.
I wanted to ask, you have a lot of emotional scenes in the show basement. I wanted to ask, was there a particular scene where you were like, damn, I feel this like in my heart, like this is really touching me right now?
That's a good question. I think as performers, we try to do that all the time, hopefully. Some of the stuff you get, some of the stuff you don't get. Our job as performers is to connect with you on an emotional basis. And man, I'm a human being. I'm happy, I'm angry, frustrated, excited. I know loss, I know victory, and the whole gamut of human emotions. And all we try to do when we put that costume on is, when called upon, just connect on an emotional basis, whether it's that costume or the one that's cut off jeans and the ball cap and the wristbands, or a Toretto from Fast and the Furious, or an overprotected dad in blockers. You just try to connect with somebody on an emotional basis.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Yes, over you.
How you doing, John Cena?
I'm good.
You had the 12 rounds and you blew up a Bronco and the house in front of my house.
Yeah,
you gonna do another?
That was your house, dude. I'm so sorry, man. So we filmed 12 rounds here in New Orleans.
Yeah. And my 3-year-old daughter at the time said, "You can't see me, John Cena." That was cute. Are you gonna film another movie in New Orleans?
Man, I would love to. I honestly tried to defeat this city in 2007 while filming that movie and failed. You guys got a place that'll stay open all night and all morning. No, I had a wonderful time living in New Orleans while filming that movie. Gosh, I got to do a ton of crazy stunts. We messed around on the train cars on Canal Street. I pitched a fire truck straight through the French Quarter. Like, man, that was a ton of fun. It was never reckless, although sorry about the house. It was a lot of fun, and I hope I can film back here again.
Yeah, that's what it's going.
A great location and great crews down here, so I hope so.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for putting that in the universe. Yes.
Hey, John, just want to say thank you for everything. My wife is a pediatrician doctor, she's back that way, wife, and I'm a special needs teacher. And one of the things that I've appreciated about how you've used your platform is not just about your wrestling, but it's about how you gave back to having that record for the most Make-A-Wish. Thank you so much for your platform. But being able to pay it forward for so many children, it's a blessing. Thank you.
Oh, man, thank you for saying that. There isn't a question in there. Again, I got to be better with words of affirmation. Thank you so much. And I'll add that I'm grateful to Make-A-Wish, and I hope everybody knows that. It's a wonderful charity. And I've seen what it can do firsthand. So thanks so much for saying that. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Okay, we got about 10 minutes left.
What's going on?
How you doing?
So for your You Can't See Me album,
Yes.
you worked with Freddie Fox,
Yeah.
Long Island rapper, and even the beats are kind of very New York. Would you say that a lot of your hip hop inspiration is New York based?
Yes, question mark? Yes, I grew up right on the cusp of a lot of the like rap's popularity in the late 80s and 90s, or the early 90s. So that's also when like Dre dropped Chronic and Doggy Style came out. So I was a mix all over, but I think I gravitated towards like the boom bap sound of New York. That was an inside baseball thread for you and I in here. We're the only ones that get that. That's okay. Sometimes we gotta have that intimate moment. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes.
Batman's a great song.
Yep. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's rock.
How we doing, John Cena? My name is Kevin Joseph from Crusty, Florida.
All right, I'm doing okay.
It's great to hear. So I just want to say you're in retirement now. You've done music, WWE, Hollywood. What's next for you? Because you are my big childhood hero.
Memes, dog. Memes. I'm gonna lean harder into the memes. Yeah. I've been supplying the meme stream pretty strong for the past 25 years. I'm just gonna lean harder into memes. Memes. Yeah, that's my next joint. Memes.
Thank you, Cena.
You got it, man. Look out for the memes. Yes.
Hi, John Cena. What did it feel like when you won your 17th championship? And which wrestler did you have a big relationship to?
Ooh, there's a lot of performers that I would consider friends after 23-ish years in WWE. Hopefully I was able to make some friends along the way. So I'm answering it in reverse. I have a lot of friends who are wrestlers. How did I feel when I won the 17th championship? I was in, I don't know if you were watching, but I went through a small period where I was in a grumpy mood. So I felt grumpy. But inside I was like, yes! This is so cool. But then I realized that I would have to defend that championship, and that's where the tough work starts. So, grumpy, nervous, but excited. Does that work? All right, great. Over here.
Hello, John Cena.
Hey.
Over your 20-plus year career, you wore a lot of different colorful shirts.
Thanks.
Which one was your favorite? And with you being retired, since this is a nerdy-ass con, would you be interested in playing D&D?
Like Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes.
Dude, I got 8 minutes left. Where the F am I gonna find that time?
I got dice right now. It's in my pocket. I can roll a D20 for you right now.
I will take a rain check on the game, but I have a feeling playing with you would be a blast. So thank you very much for the invite. To talk about the t-shirts, I've said this before, the Super Mario bootleg that got shut down was a total failure. Somebody asked about failure. So I came out with a limited edition SummerSlam merch set that we were gonna do like exclusive for people. And we're gonna only run 500 of 3 designs, so 1,500 total shirts, 3 designs, 500 each, all serial numbered. You got like an NFT, you got a signed book. We were giving away a bunch of stuff. The price was way too high. I'm sorry, my bad. So we sold like 40.
37.
And it failed. Hindenburg failed. Like it was awful. But I really love the design of the shirt, and it's the only shirt I've ever kept. I have serial number 000 hanging in my closet, and man, that's a special one. Not only because I love the design, but because it also reminds me that I will fail. Even when I'm passionate about something, even when I'm like, man, this is definitely gonna work. Failure's a finicky thing. But I bounced back, had another shirt, and here we are.
Congratulations on the new Honda, by the way.
Oh, thank you. The Prelude's dope. Thank you very much. Get a Honda man. Look at you. Plug at the end. Damn. I only had time for that D&D game. Anyway.
How you doing, sir? You've said before that CM Punk is your wrestling soulmate. So what is especially about that relationship between the two of you, like, codify that soulmate feeling that you said?
That's a great question because I'm talking a lot about like I can't really pick a favorite, right? But that's a great question. What defines him as a soulmate is someone to be able to bring the best out of you on your worst day. And I don't mean like his ability in the ring is second to none. Gosh, there are talent in the ring now that can do stuff way beyond both of our wildest dreams. If you do not bring your A game with Phil Brooks, you are effed. Like, he comes to play every day. And I think our reasons and our perspectives aren't necessarily the same, which I also love. Because someone who is just as passionate about something as I am and just as ready to grab a mic or lace up the boots, that's somebody I want to be in there with. Because I know if I don't have it anymore, if I can't hang with him, I gotta go. And every time we're able to share canvas, as I like to call it, he brought the best out of me, and I'd like to think I brought the best out of him. And that's what makes him my wrestling soulmate. Great question. Yes?
Hi, John. So I hear that you are a big Metroid fan. Have you had a chance to play Metroid Prime 4 yet? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Man, where did you find all this?
Some on the internet said that you like Metroid Dread a lot. Your people sent some stuff back to Nintendo saying you were a huge fan of Metroid Dread.
Some people? And my people? I don't got no people, dog. No, for real. I got one dude. His name is Dan. That's it. That's my people. He's not even here today. It's just me. I just rolled up solo.
Well, thank you for debunking that.
I took a lift to this sumbitch. But anyway, I totally dug the game when it came out on 8-bit, but I was horrible at it. So I haven't really played since then.
I understand.
If we're talking NES, I'm more of a Tecmo Super Bowl type of guy. That's okay. That's all right.
Thank you.
But yes, we can debunk a myth today, so that's good. Yes.
Hi, John. So I wanted to ask, throughout your whole career, you've used a lot of tables, ladders, chairs, and even fire extinguishers. So I wanted to ask, what would be your favorite weapon that you use?
I will encapsulate all those weapons into a Miracle on 34th Street brawl. I think that's one of the favorite instances where I could use objects and have a good time. And it was a show around the holidays, and a lot of those shows are supposed to be fun and put audiences in a good mood. And I had a Miracle on 34th Street brawl, and every object was in a present, which was fantastic. It was great. And it was just a fun way of using those things, which would normally get a gasp out of people. Everybody had a good laugh, and everybody had to show a smile on their face. So that's a memory that comes back when you ask that question.
Thank you, John.
Yes, we got under 3 minutes left. Rock and roll.
Hi, Mr. John Cena. My name is Sean. I'm local here. Throughout the past 23 years, both in and out of the ring, you have impacted the lives of countless people through Hustle, Loyalty, Respect, Make-A-Wish, through teaching people to never give up. You have inspired hope for a generation and beyond. What does that mean to have that impact on so many people?
So I love when people share stories like this, right? Because we all find motivation somewhere. In short, I want to remind people that whatever mindset they're in because they did that work to get in that mindset. If I was a catalyst to nudge them in the right direction, that's fantastic. I love when people are vulnerable enough to share stories about how they're affected and they went from a bad place to a good place. But I always remind them that they put in the effort to get to that good place. I appreciate the words of you saying like, man, you were this to so many folks. If people are in a better place because they watched wrestling or watched anything I did, I hope they remember that they put in the effort to get them to that better place. So that's just how I feel about this thing.
Thank you, sir. I look for a back on you.
Thank you. Yes. All right, we got about a minute and a half left. This is the lightning round. Here we go.
The question I have is, what will you tell those people who criticize you losing your last match against Gunther?
What will I tell the people who criticize me losing my last match against Gunther? Thank you. Thank you to remind me that you're allowed to have your opinion. And thank you for not just conforming to a certain set of standards. Thank you for being vocal enough to express how you felt. Because every moment can be a teachable moment. I put together, my job is to try to put together a story that I think y'all enjoy. And when there's critical opinion out there, I'm all ears. I don't ignore the critics. I'm thankful for them from DC and every match I had before that. And like I said, I kind of parallel to my career, I think it was a perfect end because a whole lot of people thought it sucked and a whole lot of people thought it was special. And that's kind of been my story for 23 years. So I thought it was perfect. 30 seconds left. Last question.
Hey, John, my name is Prince from Mobile, Alabama. I took a picture with you earlier. I know you post a picture on Instagram every day. I was trying to know if you can post mine. And let people know that you was in New Orleans today, spending time with us.
So, those sound like good things to do, but if you followed my Instagram at all, I never show my face. And there's where the bit of the conundrum happens. Because I usually don't post like, hey, this is me in New Orleans. I will post something tomorrow that is New Orleans specific. And this is the weird artsy Instagram experiment I have. Those people left in the room will know that it is exactly about this moment in time. And those that don't will be like, I don't know why this guy posts any of this stuff.
Appreciate it, John.
Thank you very much. I will take one last question. You guys are fighting over the microphone, I dig it. Right on, fire away, you got one last one.
Hi, John. My name is Mason DeMoore. I just want to come and tell you thank you for giving all of us the memories and making us follow on our journey. You mean very, very so much to all of us. I just want to come and tell you, you now officially retiring. How do you feel right now being officially retired and what is next for you to be on in Hollywood?
Oh, great. What's next? I'm probably going to go to dinner with my wife here in New Orleans. I know it's got great food. So I'm going to finish this experience here and then experience a little bit in New Orleans. How do I feel now that I'm retired?
Yes. How you feel?
I feel great. I feel great because it's allowed me a little bit more time to reflect on the things that I've done. Okay. It's allowed me a little more time from day to be appreciative of moments like this. You guys are, man, you are the strong and fearless. This room was full, and now we are just a little bit thin. Thank you for all of us that held in. Excellent last question. I want to thank those patient enough to wait in line, but they're going to run me off stage if I don't get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for today. I see some familiar faces. Thank you, everybody, for the stories you shared. Thanks so much for having me. I look forward to seeing you again soon.